To it, man. The Brooklyn Nets are serious business. They are looking like the best team in the NBA right now, and this is scary for the NBA. It's very, very scary for the Eastern Conference. Because right now, man, the Brooklyn Nets just can't be stopped. And they said they were only playing bad teams where they took care of the Cavaliers, who are a great, well-balanced threat in the East. And right now, the Brooklyn Nets are sitting at the third seed. Now, mind y'all, I did predict the Brooklyn Nets going to the third seed before the season started. Look, if you look at the date, October the 5th, man, this is why I screenshotted it. I predicted this exact situation. I didn't do so well for the Eastern Conference, but we'll see how that pans out. But as the Brooklyn Nets are currently right now in the third seed. Now, this is the screenshot from my predictions before the season started. Okay? They are right as I predicted, because I predicted the Nets being the best team in the Eastern Conference. Excuse me. Right now, I'm picking the Brooklyn Nets to come out of the East. They're scary right now. They are serious business, man. And it's no coincidence that as soon as Jack Vaughn got hired, they started turning things around. You know what I mean? I think the difference is that he's a more disciplinary coach. You don't see any drama going on right now. It's not too much of KD tweeting. It's not too much of Kyrie off the court issues right now. He has him under control and locked in and focused on the goal at hand instead of all the outside noise. And I really respect that about Jack Vaughn, man. We have to give Jack Vaughn his credit for turning his team around. Since he's been hired, they've been looking like the best team in the league, straight up. Bro, the Nets look like the best team in the NBA. Right. You got KD and Kyrie giving you 30 every single night. They're playing an amazing defense, setting good screens for each other. Ben Simmons is playing tremendous defense, man. Everybody's locked in right now. And this is scary because other teams in the East are having problems right now. Like Milwaukee's having problems. They done got blown out. You see what the Nets just did as far as taking care of Cleveland and really showing and proving why they have an advantage over every other team when they're locked in, because nobody can tap into what KD and Kyrie can tap into. This is scary, man, and I really like what's going on in Brooklyn. There's no pressure. They have no pressure for them right now. And they are playing their best basketball in a while, man. They actually looking like they fired on all cylinders. And like I said, without the drama, man, without all of the distractions, playing laser focus, playing honest basketball, man. They are playing for each other out there. And KD and Kyrie take over when it's time to. They're unguardable, man. What's crazy is KD and Kyrie still look just as good as they've looked since they've started playing together. So they haven't taken any signs. They haven't taken any decline in their game. So it's safe to say that they are still the best duo in the league. You can't really say the same. For me, in my opinion, you can't say the same thing about PG and Kawhi. I think they aren't the same. I don't think they're the same duo that they were when they first started playing together. So that's another reason why the Nets are still looking scary, because they still have that threat of KD and Kyrie. So it's amazing what they got going on in Brooklyn right now, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this one, man. The Brooklyn Nets looking like the best team in the NBA right now. They looking like nobody wants to see them in the playoffs. They looking like if they was to run it back with Boston, it wouldn't be the same story. That's what they looking like right now. And they got a new coach who, Jack Vaughn, has got these players under control, got them focused on basketball, got them playing lights out, playing like they are the best team in the league. They playing like nobody can mess with them. You got to give your credit to Jack Vaughn, man. He has to be in the coach of the year conversation by the end of the season, bro, because he will have played enough games by then to be in that consideration. Right? And I don't see nothing stopping them right now, because the thing y'all got to understand is the things that are you can say that KD and Kyrie are the main reason why they're playing well, but it's not like KD and Kyrie are going to stop doing what they're doing. Okay? So the foundations that Jack Vaughn has in place are going to stay there. When you got a good foundation, you're good. Because the argument the Nets had the whole time is that nobody can guard KD and Kyrie. See, they are the best scorers in the Eastern Conference, period. 1 and 2. Okay, so, and really, man, you can look at the whole NBA and say no duo was scoring like these two guys. Even Tatum and Brown are inconsistent. KD and Kyrie, I can't say they're inconsistent with how they play. I just honestly can't say that. Win or lose, they're going to give you 30. So, this right here was looking scary, man. Ben Simmons is back playing amazing defense. What's crazy, man, is I think Steve Nash was in an unlucky scenario because that first team that he got, that first team with KD and Kyrie before Harden came, with Dinwiddie and LeVert and Jared Allen and, everybody else they had, that was a good team. But, they brought in Harden, and so, things, injuries started to happen, and KD still almost took them home. So Steve Nash still kind of low-key could have won the championship his first year as the coach. But then the next season, they got swept, so that's a real bad look for him because he didn't make any adjustments that series. And so, but the thing about that is he had brought in Ben Simmons, and he didn't have Ben Simmons. He probably planned to coach Ben Simmons. So the thing about that is once Ben Simmons came back, he was out of shape. He still had to recover from that injury, and he had to get back into playing shape. He had an injury that he was rehabbing from. So now Ben Simmons is looking like he's more in shape now and more ready to play as Steve Nash is going out. So now Steve Nash is probably sitting at home. Like, he's left with the question of what would he have done once Ben Simmons got healthy? Like, what was he planning with Ben Simmons? But at the end of the day, man, the unfortunate reality is that all this time that he's been there with all of that talent, nothing has been accomplished. And Jacque Vaughn, he stepped in and made things happen from day one. That's the situation. That's just the reality of the situation. We got to give Jacque Vaughn his credit, man. Looking like the best coach in the NBA right now, man, that nobody can figure out. Right? And we've seen it happen where a coach comes in and takes a superstar to the finals the first season. We've seen it happen with Tyronn Lue. We've seen it happen with David Blatt. We've seen it happen with Steve Kerr. There's no telling. And yes, we did see with Tyronn Lue too, but I'm talking about the first season. Well, yeah, he went to the finals too, the first season he came. But I was, LeBron and Kyrie had already gone to the finals with David Blatt, is why I said that. But, you got Steve Kerr, you got David Blatt, and now it's looking like Jacque Vaughn is in position to do that. He is in position. Again, look at my predictions from before the season. Because Jacque Vaughn knows that he has the pieces he needs. I picked the Nets to be the third seed under Boston and Milwaukee because Boston and Milwaukee have been playing a few seasons together, and they've already cracked that seeding before. And then the Nets, man, I think they're the third. I think this is what they're gonna be doing, man. Because remember, they had that rough patch in the beginning, so they had to work some things out. Boston and Milwaukee didn't necessarily have a situation like that. But the main point of what I'm saying to y'all is this: Brooklyn, I got them coming out of the Eastern Conference. Bonus. This is a bonus take for y'all. I got the Pelicans coming out of the West. So I do honestly believe it's gonna be the Nets and the Pelicans in the finals. Okay, that is my prediction, and we'll come back to that when the time comes. But y'all hit the like, hit the subscribe button, man. Remember, we got that cash prize coming up at 500 subscribers, and then a bigger cash prize at 1,000 subscribers. So y'all definitely want to be on the lookout for that, man. So you know what I'm saying, man. Brooklyn Nets are looking scary. It's looking real scary. And it's looking real scary this season, man. This is a different type of season right here, man. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about this, man. What do y'all think? Let me know how y'all think the Brooklyn Nets looking. What y'all think the Nets going to do? Y'all think they ain't going to do nothing? Y'all think it's just regular season? See, y'all might say, and I respect you if you say this, y'all might say, you know what I'm saying? You might not be impressed with this because it's regular season. You done seen them drop 30s and 40s in the 50. And win games in the regular season, but it's all about the playoffs. Because I agree with that. I think that I do want to see what they're gonna do in the playoffs, but I just got to give it. They got a different fire right now. But I do want to see it in the playoffs, though. I ain't gonna lie to you. I want to see it really come full circle in the playoffs, for real. So I'm not gonna jump the gun. That's why see, my prediction was they going to the finals, but the point of this video is just to tell y'all that they locked in right now and they serious business. Y'all let me know how y'all feel about it, man. What y'all think the Brooklyn Nets gonna do, man? It's Crunch Time TV, man.